Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make the crust. So, in order to do that, you're going to put 1/2 cup of non-hydrogenated margarine. Now, I suppose you could use 1/2 cup of butter as well, but usually the first time I make a recipe, I follow the recipe to the letter. Then you add 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and then you want to blend this until light and fluffy. Then you're going to add in 1 cup of flour, and you're going to blend this until it makes like a crumbly mixture. And I suggest you scrape the sides down to get the margarine that's stuck on there. And while we're doing this, I'm preheating my oven to 375 degrees. So there we are. The flour and the sugar and the margarine is well combined in this crumbly mixture. Then you're going to take a springform pan. Now, if you don't know what a springform pan is, and I was wondering what a springform pan was, it's the kind of pan that you often make cheesecake in. And on the side here, it has a little clip, and it allows you to take the sides off so that you just have the bottom. See that? It allows you to remove the sides. And that way, if you have a dessert, because some things like cheesecake, you can't very well flip it out of the pan. It's going to break into pieces because it's soft. With a springform pan, it allows you to remove the sides so that your cheesecake is not in the pan. So there we go. There's our springform pan. Make sure it's well put back in properly. Then we're going to spray it well with cooking spray. And then you're going to put in your crumbly mixture. And then it says press onto the bottom and up 1 inch of the sides. Okay, we'll set this aside and do the next part. Okay, now we're going to make the filling. So what you want to do is put 1 package of cream cheese, 250 grams, and I think that's 8 ounces of cream cheese, softened, which means you let it sit until it has come to room temperature. Then to that you're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar, and you're going to cream that together. You notice I didn't clean the beaters off because I don't think it makes a big difference. Then you're going to add in an egg. And 3 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. And blend this. You're going to take your the crust mix we just pressed in there, and you are going to put the cream cheese mixture over top. I'm going to spread that around nice and even. Now the recipe calls for 2 apples and 2 plums. I don't have any plums, so I'm going to put in 4 apples. These are, well, I guess you could call this a medium-sized apple. And the recipe doesn't say to peel them, and the picture on the recipe card basically looks like the apples are unpeeled, so I'm not going to peel them. It says to slice them thinly, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, now this is 3 apples. So we're gonna try to see what it looks like with 3, and then I'll make a decision whether I want a 4th or not. You're going to arrange the apples kind of foo-foo-la-la fashion. Foo-foo-la-foo, I should say. Because you want your dessert to be foo-foo-la-foo if you're having people over for dinner. And my parents are coming for supper. I am making rotisserie chicken. And I don't know what else. Probably I bought a bag of shrimp, frozen shrimp on sale. So I think I'll be making some shrimp skewers and having some rotisserie chicken. And we're going to have this kind of appley cheesecakey thing for dessert. Maybe in honor of Tiny and Silver Scream Girl, I will rename this dessert Foo-Foo-La-Foo apple dessert. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. And there we go. 1/4 cup of pecans. So I'm just going to pulse this a couple of times just to make them a little bit smaller. It says ground pecans, so I think we're just going to have them finely chopped. Here we go. I'm going to sprinkle that over top. Now this is going to go into a 375-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes until the center is almost set. Now that seems like a long time, but I'll set it for 30 and see how it looks after 30. Here we go. And there it is. It took actually 40 minutes, not 30, for it to cook until the center was almost set. Then you let it stand for 5 minutes, run a knife around the edge of the pan to loosen it. And then it says allow it to cool before removing the rim and refrigerate for 3 hours. And then you drizzle it with the remaining maple syrup. So I will show you what a piece looks like when it's all nice and cool and out of the pan. Here we go. Okay, for those of you who have never seen a springform pan in action, there we go. And
that was boring.
There we go. Voila. Okay, here we go. It's Foo-Foo-La-Foo apple harvest cheesecake. Is it good?
Really good.
Really good?
I'll let you make it again.
Should I have left the skin on the apples or should I have peeled them? What do you think?
Perfect the way they are.
Should they be thicker apples or are they good thin like that?
No, I don't like thick apples. I like them right this way.
Okay, good. Well, there we go. It's a success. It's a hit.
There we go.
Here we are.
I can't even hold my hands anymore.